Good morning, Freddie. Good morning. Ooh, we got snow again, Freddie. Y'all got snow there? Good morning, Lisa Taylor. We got snow again. It's coming y'all way. Y'all ain't got no snow? Good. I mean, let me see if I can show it to you. Hold on, here we go. Hold on. Yeah. She said, yay, I love snow. Yeah, it started snowing yesterday, you guys. And the streets are bad. They're not really, really bad yet, but they're getting there. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. Good morning, Gloria. Yes, good morning to you. Good morning. I know I need to call you. Good morning. Good morning, Lisa Taylor. Good morning. Good morning, Janet. Good morning. Janet been making it every morning. Good morning to you. That lets me know you doing pretty good, girl. Yep. Yep. Good morning, you guys. It's 5 in the chat, 4 thumbs up, 6 in the chat, 4 thumbs up. Please go give us a thumbs up. Come on back in. Oh, man, all 6 of you guys went and gave a thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about. Man, we're doing pretty good. Hey, Zena, good morning to you. Zena Turbert is in the building. Lisa Calhoun is in the building. Cherie Johnson is in the building. Good morning to you guys. It is Friday. For some of us, it's payday. And some of us, it's just Friday. And that's good because guess what? Some of us, we woke up this morning and some of us did not, you guys. You know what I mean? So I've been doing something different. Thank you guys for giving a thumbs up as you come in the building. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, blessing people all around you. You know, I've been doing a lot of blessings, even things I can't even control, but I've been doing some blessings. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like if you bless somebody else, it'll come back to you. You know, maybe not where you want it to, you know, but it will come back to you. So, you know, I made somebody smile this morning, and that's all that matters. They was just happy. I don't know. I don't know why money makes people happy, but it does. It really do. I don't know if it's the money part or you just showing love, like, you know, I don't know. It'd be somebody, like, if they ain't money hungry, like money hungry or something, I'll help out or something, you know. Yes, blessings and blessings and blessings. Um, you guys, I know we're going to have a really good live tonight at 5 p.m. Central Time. I think Zan is going to host the show tonight. And I know we're going to go over the indictment. And you guys better be in the house because it's going to get hot. But she wants to go over the indictment. I kind of want to go over to the Cody Bigsby case, but we're not gonna mix them up. We're just gonna stay. This is our last day on the California City Boys because, first of all, we don't want to put it like this. We don't want to mess up anything. We don't want to want people walking that allegedly they guilty of doing something. We don't know if they're guilty or not. I'm not the judge or the jury, and I'm definitely not going to be in court for the trial. But if they believe that they done something, which I don't know, even if they get, something, it's gonna be all right, you guys. It's gonna be all right, If they get some time, it's gonna be all right. Cause like I said, we don't have a perfect system when it comes to court. But one thing I do like about our system, you know, if you got enough evidence on you, then you evidently was in the wrong place at the wrong time. She said, I will bring my church fan, the paper one. Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit, yeah, it's gonna get a little bit hot today in the in the chat at 5 p.m. Central Time, because I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not a spoiler, but you're gonna be in your feelings. You definitely gonna be in your feelings because, hey, you know, I can probably talk about it now, but when I first seen it, I was kind of like, well, I can't really see it. I can't really see what it says and all this other stuff. But then when I really, really, really took a look at stuff, I was like, oh my God. So, too bad that I'm going to try to transfer some stuff over to my tablet. And if I can transfer it over to my tablet, maybe we can show. I doubt it. I just need to upgrade. And I think I will upgrade. I may not upgrade this week, but in 2 weeks, when I get my check, I'll upgrade then. Because I got a lot of stuff to do right now. And I'm just going to stay focused. I'm just going to stay focused. So, anyway, what you guys been doing? Good morning. Good morning. It is a good morning. So, I thought that, I told you guys my husband's uncle passed away. But I didn't think he was going because I couldn't go. Because I got to work. I got to work tonight and I got to work tomorrow night. And then I'm off on Sunday. And they're going to have the funeral Saturday. And nobody wants to, because it takes a little while to get there. I'm thinking it takes like maybe, I could take off work. But, I don't know him that well. I only met him one time. And that was at a family reunion. Nice people and everything. But, you know, it's weird. Like, you guys, I want to talk about something. I was just reading this article, and it was saying that the woman, she came out and said that her husband forced himself on her 9-year-old daughter and took her out, you know. And I think by force, you know, the Killed. Okay? And I was just thinking about that, and I was like, golly, you know. And so Freddie and I, we was talking this morning. We didn't have a full conversation, but because she had some stuff on her mind, I had some stuff on my mind. But, I do listen when people talk. They may not think I listen because I'm doing other stuff, but I listen. And Freddie said, Miss Freddie Johnson said, it's always been like this. It's just now because of social media and, this internet that is just being out in the open. And, that's an easy observation. But truly, we don't never speak on it. I think it has always been like this, but I think it has gotten worse. Okay? I think I think people had stuff in their minds or in their hearts, and with, the foods that we eat, the music that we listen to, the things we watch on TV, the way everything is so flamboyant and you don't have to care no more, and people are just loosely. I think, yeah, it's been like this, but I think it actually gotten worse. I don't think it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's gotten worse because of the times. What do you guys think? You think it's been like this, or do you think it's gotten worse? I think it's been like this, but I think it's gotten worse. Like the ones that were trying to hold things back, and you know, everything is so loose now. It's just, I feel like we're in the time like Lot was in. Back then in Sodom and Gomorrah. I think we're in those times. So a lot of people think that's about, you know, uh, the, you know, easy word, the GAY. But it's not that or just that. Some people think it's just that. No, it wasn't. I think back then it was all kind of stuff going on. It was, you know, husbands just, hey, just running around. I mean, because, like, I remember seeing pictures. You remember Mama would always have that big old Bible sitting on the table, or it was on the edge table, but it was a big old Bible. I mean, it was probably pretty much about 5 inches thick. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And it had the pictures in it and stuff. I didn't get it. It passes down from one generation to the next generation. Now, my brother got my mother's. But you guys remember that big Bible that would sit on the table all the time. And, Mama or Big Mama or my dad would always put some money in there or something. Because she know you wasn't going to never go in there. So she can keep her money in there. You know what I'm saying? She knew you wasn't gonna go in that book. You go in that book for what? Cause you wrong. You steal everything in the house, but you wouldn't go open up that Bible and take them dollars up out of there, cause you first of all you gonna get your butt whooped if you even think about touching it. You feel me? Exactly, Lisa. You know exactly. That's exactly how mine was. A big white one with the Holy Bible wrote in gold. Oh my God. You was at my house. Lisa Taylor, you was at my house because that's exactly what it looked like. That big old picture on the front. But it has some good, it's still, well, can I say the word? A still, Australiated or whatever. It's called pictures. I can't say the word. Even if you told it to me, I couldn't say it. Australiated or whatever. I'm saying it wrong, but you guys, that's a word I can't say. Australiated. I know I'm saying it wrong. Australiated. Oh God, I got it in my head now. Anyway, that book there, we knew, not to mess with that book, 'cause that was the Bible. But I wonder, in the days of Lot, you know, when I seen pictures, it would be like everything was going on. They didn't care about their marriage, you know. They didn't care. They didn't care. Kids was doing stuff. They said you know what? The Lord told Abraham, then his name became Abram, that, because the Lord was talking to somebody, and he said, should I tell him? And we didn't hear the answer. But then he proceeded to tell not Lot, but Abraham, that he was going to go and destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And Abram thought, what kind of God is this? That he would go and destroy a whole city. Not one, but more than one, too. It was really more than that, because you got Zor over. Zor was over there, and I can't remember all the other cities that was over there, but it was, I think, I'm not for sure if Bor was there, but I know Zor was, because I read up on Zor a little bit. But, so Lot thought, not Lot, I'm sorry, you guys, Abram. Abram thought, wow, God is going to go destroy a whole city or two of people. And it had to have been hundreds and thousands of people in the city. You know? And maybe Lot had in his mind, because, he had a nephew named, I keep calling him Lot. Abram's nephew was named Lot. So maybe Abram thought, well, my nephew is staying over there, and his children and his wife, and and so Abram decided to try to negotiate with God. Try to negotiate with God. I wonder, do we try to negotiate with God? You know? And we see something happening, and we be like, Lord, please don't let this happen. I'll change. I'll do this, especially when there's death and time of, things that you need. You need your car, your job, your kids is acting. Zor. Thank you. Yeah, Zor. Zor was over there, but was Bor over there. There's a Bor, too. I know Zor was there. Zor was right next door. So, you're right, Gloria. Good morning, Marcia. Good morning, Zena. So, you know, I do. I just look at this. I look at times back then and times now, and we be sitting there and we'll look at these stories, you guys, and it's not to just make you feel bad about what's going on. You better know what's going on because we're somewhere we dropped the ball. Okay, let's get that straight. We that was born in the 60s and the 70s, some of us was born in the 50s, but I ain't gonna say too much. But 50s, 60s, and 70s, we dropped the ball somewhere. We dropped the ball. Not one of us, not two of us, whether you got kids or not, but we dropped the ball somewhere. Because these new parents, they ain't got a clue. I mean, they got it bad. You know that song? You got it bad. You turn back and then dun 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 dun. Oh baby, you got it bad. They got it bad. I know when my grandma was dying, and she had dementia or Alzheimer's. I don't know which one. She just didn't really know what was really going on anymore. She didn't know who the grandkids was. She knew who I was. She didn't know who I was, but she was always nice to me. And she would always ask me the same question over and over. Now, who kid is you? And all this other stuff. And then she would call my kids little bastards. She was like, who little bastards is these? And I'd be like, Grandma, they're your grandkids. And she'll go, oh. She was, come here, honey, And she was like, this one, I mean, Grandma would talk about my kids. So, like, oh my God, Grandma, you know, she just was like a kid, you know. She would say, come and get him, and he's stinking, and done stinked up the whole house, and oh man, I mean, to take care of an older person, especially they're your your grandparents or your mom, and they don't know who they are or where they're at or what's going on, it's a job, you guys. I don't know if I want to live like that. But anyway, back on to what we were talking about. Some of us have to take care of our moms or dads or our grandparents, and they can be a handful. And when my grandmother passed, I wasn't really sad for her because she just did not have a clue what was really going on in the world. Like, she would sit there and watch TV and laugh, but sometimes she'd just be laughing at, a commercial that ain't even funny. It was just information. But she would say the weirdest stuff. And if you listen long enough, you will catch a lot of information. And that's what I would do. I would just sit back and just analyze things that she would say and how she just really didn't know what was going on in the world, but she would say some of the craziest things. Like I say, there would be an infomercial on, and they most serious. They're talking about pots and pans or something, and then out of the blue, she would just start laughing, and I said, Grandma, what you laughing at? And she was like, well, she said they trying to sell you a pot, and they don't even know how to cook, and then she'll just start going into cooking, and that kind of pot can't hold water, and da 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 da, and all this other stuff, and it was just weird how she would laugh at. I mean, just out the blue, she just started laughing about something. It'd be nothing funny, but anyway, Grandmama would always say she said she didn't want to be here. She said, this world, y'all know the ending of that, is going to HE double hockey stick in a handbasket. I don't know what a handbasket is. That's what Grandma was saying. We picked it up too, because I know I done said it a couple of times. I tell my kids and my family, I was like, oh, this world is going to HE double hockey stick in a handbasket. I just see the terrible things in this world. But I'm going to tell you guys something. When I start thinking about Cody, Classic and Sincere, Cash, Samuel, Malia, Amari, Taylor, Jalen, or not Jalen, but Zora. And then I start thinking about the people that's surrounding them. You know, these are all people that's supposed to love these children. Like Chief Mark Torbert said, the ones that say they love him, they won't help. They won't help. Why is that? You can't get me to think nothing else. I think about Cody. And and then his mother runs and go get an attorney instead of a detective. She runs and go get an attorney. Hey, Sonia Joseph, how you doing? Good morning. You guys, I want to show you something. Are you guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? I want to show you something. It's on my other phone. I'll show y'all. Hey, Tina. I'm glad Tina's in the house. She said, I better say something. She been in the house. She said, I better say something. I'll show y'all something. And I don't understand why it says it. Okay. Lisa said, yeah, show me. Let me see if I got it on my other phone. Hold on. See, let me share some with you guys. Can't believe Sonya Watts is not in here. I'm going to show you guys something. Oh, yeah, that's that. Hold on. Okay. I want you guys to read something. Are you guys ready? You guys got to tell me you're ready. You got to put, hey, Shay Faye, what's going on? You guys got to put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to read this. And this is a news article. I'm going to show you a news article. There was another one, too. Okay. Okay, I want you guys to read this, okay? Uh-oh. See, I know the devil's doing what he's got to do. Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to get it to you guys. Read that. Now, did you guys get what it said? Did you guys get what it said? It says Cody Bixby. Meet the mother of missing Cody Bixby. Was at his dad. So, the child Cody was at his dad, Corey Bixley, home when the kid disappeared, according to him. According to him, okay? Pick up on that. According to Corey, the child was with him. So Corey Bixley home when the kid disappeared, according to him. He last checked his child around 9 a.m. and didn't track down the youngster. With respect to his mother, she referred the protected return of her child. Since Cody's missing, she has been hanging tight for refreshes on her child with a record heart. Furthermore, she isn't the suspect on the missing case and co-worked with the police examination and cross-examination. Then it says, Cody Bixley, meet the mother of missing child Cody, was at his dad, Corey Bixley, home when the kid disappeared. According to him, he last checked his child around 9 a.m., didn't? With respect, okay, that's the same thing. With every one of the endeavors the police office and the inquiry group put into the activity, Bixby could get viewed as later on. Up to that point, he is as yet absent, and the officials are mentioning local people to co-work. Likewise, Hampton, Virginia police has delivered Cody's refreshed, photographed, and reference that the examination is as yet progressing. Understanding more what exactly happened to, okay. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Did you guys pick up on that? Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Read that. It says 4-year-old child Cody Bixby has been absent for a while. He was seen preserve going time on 31 January in his dad's residence. So that's the last time they've seen going time on 31. Since his, I can't see because you guys are saying, since his lacking report, the officials regarded for the younger man in any case. The case didn't get any leads with inadequate signals on the child. There's one other thing I want to show y'all. You guys are not going to believe this. Hold on. I can't show you guys the name of this. So let me chop it a little bit. Because I don't want somebody to say, SP, why'd you do that? Okay. This is the other thing I want to show y'all. This is the last one. I'll read it. As well as a volunteer inquirer, affiliation is helping with monitoring down the lacking child, with extra people added to the inquiring group. Have there been any reviews on the child? How about we uncover the info? Perceived extra is Kaya Younger from San Antonio, nonetheless lacking, replaced on the presenting siding of her case in her household. So now we're talking about the Cody Bixby. Cody Bixby replaced at this time is he lifeless? Cody is a 4-year-old teenager. He's a 4-year-old teenager who Cody Bixby replaced at this time. Is he lifeless? Cody is a 4-year-old teenager who disappeared in January and lacks discovered at this level. With the extra inquiry group and the brand new photograph of the teenager, the officers are as but chipping away on the case. It has somebody had to say something. I can't see it. It has been over 3 weeks for the reason that younger man disappeared, and there have been no updates. But moreover, no information on Cody is by an enormous lifeless or the possibility of his perished. She said maybe they meant to say toddler. I don't know what you guys are thinking. What are you guys thinking? She said, I thought my spelling was bad. I don't think they made a mistake of what they said. Okay, because here's the thing. And I do know that they do make mistakes, but they have people that proofread before they put things out. And yes, some things get come back and, everybody makes mistakes. I understand that. True. But the way they were speaking and talking, it made me feel some kind of way. Now, I'm just going to put this out there. I mean, we're just talking, you guys. I mean, because let me tell you something. You know, a lot of things that we don't never think about, like, say, for instance, like I said, good morning, come holler at a sister. Good morning to you. Just like Freddie said, this stuff been happening, okay? And we know that. That's why sometimes people be like, don't be telling people about my business, what goes on in my house and all this other stuff. And basically, if some stuff was happening to you, they was telling you. It was about the bills and what man you had in the home, and and if SSR or Social Security people were giving you a check, or you had to go pick up some commodities or somewhere, you got a new TV or whatever. Shit, mama don't want everybody to know her business. I mean, 9 times out of 10, to be honest with you, when people were talking about don't be telling people my business, really think, what kind of business did they have? Was you rich or was you poor? Because they didn't have no business. They didn't have a whole hunk of money coming in. So, when people be like, don't be telling people my business, they didn't have no business. Like, okay, this is not kindergarten. I know y'all understand what I'm saying. Normally, people just, the family didn't want you to be telling nothing. I mean, if you got whatever, keep it to yourself, you know. If I slapped you, keep it to yourself. So, yeah, a lot of this stuff was happening. But, so, a lot of people turned a blind eye towards it, right or wrong. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm right, put a 2 in the chat if I'm wrong. Just think about what I'm saying. So now, I want you guys to think. Now, this is just an observation. Don't get all mad at me. But remember when the sister came out and she says, asked her why she have these kids. Asked her why she have these kids. And I'm sitting there going, well, why did she have these kids? Usually when a woman had kids, she definitely loved the man, or she wants a baby by the man because so the kids can look like him, or she's trying to entrap the man, or she just want to have some kids, or she want to get a bigger check, right? But we really don't want to put in our minds one option that we don't never really don't talk about because it's so far fetched. Kind of like the don't be telling people our business. We didn't want to talk about that because mama said, you know what I'm saying? But think for one moment something. I'm just going to throw this out there, you guys. Like I said, don't get your panties in a bunch. But think for one moment. There is no evidence to what I'm saying right now. I'm just saying use your mind and think. Is there a possibility? Could be a possibility these kids that never get found, like King Hill, Classic and Sincere, could be possibly Cody too. And the weird thing about it, these is all boys. Could there be an underground for their parts? Could they really actually be doing some harvesting? I'm just saying. It's just a thought. So the that that report that you just read, those are out of country reports. And then we're not going to really realize it until half of all our children are gone. Now, take it in consideration. A lot of these sickos are actually, I just say the K word. You know, KN are kids. But there gots to be an underground organs or something where people are paying for people's kidneys and their hearts and their livers because their kids are sick and they got that money. They got that big money. Because let me tell you, I can't remember what that kid's name was, but you guys put it in the chat. They found this boy wrapped in a rug behind some bleachers, and they said that this boy done killed himself. He didn't have no organs. He didn't have a heart. He didn't have no kidneys. He didn't have nothing. And how in the world did he open up his body? Not only that, put himself in the rug and rolled it up without kidneys and a heart and lungs. Tell me how do that work? Thank you, Shay. Kendrick Johnson. And I think they're mastering how to hide the things that they don't need or whatever. It really doesn't take a rocket scientist. I mean, I'm not saying that this is the case for, I'm just saying there's possibilities out there. that we don't never really talk about. Because you don't see a lot of, people with $100,000, $200,000. And if they did, they wouldn't have told you no way. They just take the money and go to another state. And like I said. But just like back in the day, they used to sell slaves. There was a paper trail that you could actually follow that paper trail and know exactly where your mom and what's your mom, your grandmother's name, your great grandmother's name, and her name and what slave she came from, and when they finally got off the boat and who stole who. There was a paper trail, but I guarantee you, none of y'all can find it. You can't find it, but you know it did happen, right? Black African Americans were selling black African Americans to the Caucasians here in the United States. I mean, there was other slaves. There was Mexican slaves. There was Irish slaves. But we were the main ones. African Americans was the main ones that we lost all of our culture, our families, our spirit, our language, everything. It's called dislocation. And then you're supposed to be able to be great in a whole country that don't even know you. Don't know you. So people that's already over here, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, you remember back in the day when you went to school, the teacher taught you your history, they taught and dwelled in your head and put in your head, Columbus discovered America. And then our mothers and our grandmothers would say, Columbus didn't discover America. The Indians was already over here. Like, how can you discover something that's already people been here? Because those people that came, those wasn't even good people, you guys. If you really do your history, like I said, that's one thing about me. History, history and science, things, government and stuff, I loved it. That's why I probably did really good in chemistry. I love figuring out stuff, but like math and stuff like that, I did pretty good on math too. I just didn't do good in English. I didn't do good in like you know, I did okay in science. Rumor has it that George Washington had slaves' teeth in his mouth. Girl, are you serious? I wouldn't even put it past you. I think I heard that too, but I mean, I heard it went through one ear and out the other. But anyway, what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to get to is it's been all wiped away, but we do know it happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you something to think about. And I mean, it was everywhere. Remember, we talked about the one woman? She was in the California area. Actually, she was in the California city area. And she had stole thousands, not one or two, not 10, not 100, but thousands of children. Thousands of children. Sometimes she would just go to your house, see your kid outside, or she would hire somebody to go get your kid and bring them to her, and they put them in the adoption facilities, you know, and all these judges and doctors and stuff, they didn't know that they were stealing these kids. But you know what? That woman stole so many kids that when she got caught, she stole a lot of kids. And she was just selling them. If you didn't pay the money, she would go steal the kid back. Ain't nothing you could do about it. He wasn't actually the first president A lot of people want to say Lincoln had some African in him, African, and he probably did. I don't know. I mean, that nose kind of tell a little bit, but actually, Booker T. Washington, I think he was on a coin, but I don't know if he was a president. I know I had a coin. So some people be like, there was no black person on a coin. I said, Booker T. Washington's on a coin, and it's on a United States coin. Know how I know? Because I had one. Somebody stole it. But I still know it's true because I seen it. Matter of fact, we look it up. I know. Somebody stole it. Hold on. Booker T. Washington on a coin. I'll tell you what it looked like. There it is right there. Booker T. Washington is a black guy. You see? You see him right there? That's a United States coin. You see it? Hold on, you guys. Booker T. Washington is a black man. I just want you guys to know. The Booker T. Washington Memorial Half Dollar was designed by Isaac Scott and minted in silver. Okay? And if you can, and they're out there, and trust and believe. When you get one, keep it. I've got maybe about 2 or 3 of them. Keep it. You can find them, keep it. If you collect coins or whatever. You want to keep stuff like that. I'm just telling you. Yeah, I had one stolen from me when I was a kid. My grandmother gave it to me, and she was like, keep this. And then the girls stole my clothes in the gym, and my money was in there too, and I never did get it back. Them girls wanted. See, here's the funny thing. They went in my locker and stole my clothes and my little money, and then was mad at me because they got caught. They got mad at me because they got caught stealing. Isn't that how the world works? They get mad at you for something that they did. They mad. Why are you stealing my clothes? My mama went to the Goodwill and the thrift stores and garage sales just like yours did. But I did, you know, you know. My auntie did kind of handle me a little bit better. I did, like I said, I had all them brothers, so them girls would always give me their hand-me-downs, so I had the nicer stuff. You know what I'm saying? And my auntie was rich. But that don't mean I was rich. That just meant my auntie was rich. You know what I'm saying? She just took in this little orphan black child. And I thank her for it. I thank her for it. I really do. Somebody, and I wouldn't say that. I think that she fell in love with me too. She said, Freddie, she said, I saw a documentary that it was Abraham Lincoln. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, I just wonder, do that really exist? Harvesting. I just wondered because I just seen something. Harvesting organs in the United States. Although American federal law prohibits the sale of organs, it doesn't permit state governments to compensate donors for travel, medical, and other incident expenses associated with their donations. Let me read that again. Although American federal law prohibits the sale of organs, it doesn't permit state governments to compensate donors for travel. When their baby looked like the master's baby, mamas were snatching babies out. There were a lot of inauthorities, yeah. Is there organ trafficking in the United States? Countries like the U.S. and Canada did not include organ trafficking as a form of human trafficking when adopting their national laws of human trafficking. However, in the U.S., for example, some individual states, like Massachusetts, include organ trafficking within their state laws on human trafficking. Why? Why have a law that you don't have problems? How long after someone dies can you harvest organs? The kidney, 24 to 36 hours. Wow. An additional blood type and other biological factors, as well as body size of the donor and recipients, are always key factors. Kidney, the lungs, 4 to 6 hours. What is that? The liver, 8 to 12 hours. So if somebody wanted your kidney, it would take them 24 to 36 hours. And then if they wanted your lungs, 4 to 6 hours. In the liver, 8 to 12 hours. What is the time frame for transplanting organs? Yeah. It says the life-saving benefits of organ donations and transplantations are widely known and accepted. What many don't realize is how critical and complex the time frame for transplanting organs from donor to recipients can be. If you're wondering how long organs are viable after death, the short answer is it depends. Okay? Now, here's the one thing. If you've got people, like, there was this one guy, and he owned the cemetery. You know, they would go in and they would embalm the people and dig the graves and put the people in the graves and things of that nature and all this other stuff. That's all they had to do, and they get all this heaping money. They get maybe seven, eight, up to $20,000, $30,000 a person. This person wouldn't even dig a hole and put people in. I can't even remember where this was at, but you guys know I'm telling the truth. If he had hundreds of people in boxes in the attic, in refrigerators and freezers and stuff, at the cemetery, he wouldn't even put them in the ground, in the grave. I mean, you guys remember that? Hundreds. You guys remember that? Don't tell me people ain't doing stuff like this. I know y'all say, "Oh, that's just far-fetched." People are doing some crazy stuff. And think, did all of them have their organs or something? Or did, you know, like if it's 24 to 36 hours for a kidney, okay, when the doctor says they're gone, then they call them what they call them, undertakers or morticians, they will come. And you notice how fast they come? They come really fast. They come really fast. And so they would just sit there. And then you thinking, oh, well, they'll just go get them ready for that. They be done took them organs out and put them on ice or whatever. I'm going to read a little bit of this account. It says, thanks to advance in medical technology, recovered organs can be transported hundreds or even thousands of miles to give the gift of life to recipients in need. However, each organ is different, so the UNO's allocation criteria is unique to account for the medical complexity of each organ. For example, thoracic organs like the heart, lungs can only remain viable for transplant after being outside of the body for 4 to 6 hours, while the liver can function for up to 12 and kidneys up to 36. Therefore, the location of the donor and the potential recipients is more critical for matching hearts and lungs than it is for kidneys or livers. Wow. I'm just saying, you guys, it was just something when she said that. I don't want to get nobody off track. It's just funny how she was like, ask her why she had these kids. She probably had them kids. I don't know. I don't know why she had them kids. Like I said, go back to what I just said, because I know you guys done forgot what I said. Let me go back to it real quick. Let me go back to what I was saying. It says, as well as a volunteer inquiry affiliation is helping with monitoring down the lacking child, with extra people added to the inquiring group. Have there been any reviews on the child? How about we uncover the info? It says, Perceive Extra is Kaya Younger from San Antonio, nonetheless lacking. Replace on the present sighting of her case and her household. Now, here we go. Cody Bigsby, replace at this time. Is he lifeless? Cody is a 4-year-old teenager who disappeared in January and lacks discovered as this level. With the extra inquiry group and the brand new photographs of the teenager, the officers are as but chipping away on the case. It has been over 3 weeks for the reason that younger man disappeared, and there have been no updates, but moreover, no information on Cody is by the enormous lifeless or the possibility of his perished. I don't know who they talking about. Louisiana, Kentucky funeral director and owner had body stored in the funeral home for months. He was arrested. There you go. You guys doing your homework. The officials know they are dead, maybe because of the names of kids on the list that are harvesting. I believe harvesting came about because we were not dying fast enough. That's why every newborn is tested on arrival. They say 4-year-old child Cody Bigsby has been absent for a while. He was seen preserved going time on 31 January in his dad's residence. Since his lacking report, the officials regarded for the younger man. In any case, the case didn't get any leads with inadequate signal on the child. It sometimes seems to me like they're speaking about it, but they're speaking about it in like this gibberish. Because when I read it, it's like, who are you talking to? That's a lot of mistakes to make. Let me read it again, you guys. 4-year-old child Cody Bixby has been absent. I don't know who talks like that, except if they're foreign. But still, that's still not even good. For a while. It's telling you that the child has been gone. Okay. He was seen preserved. Preserved? What? Going time on 31 January in his dad's residence. Since his lacking report, the officials regarded for the younger man. Who calls a baby a younger man? They didn't call him a teenager. Now he's a younger man. Who is they talking about? Is they talking about Cody or is they talking about some teenager? They didn't call him a teenager. They didn't call him a younger man. Okay, you guys. Anyway, I just wanted to say that's some stuff that I'm not understanding it. Anyway, I think majority is kind of like this. We can't really never say anything about those things because majority of the people in the United States, they're sick. They're sick in the head. So if you got 100 sicko pedophiles out there that's doing stuff, if you snatch a little black kid or if you snatch a kid that that's been adopted, or if you or you go sell this kid that's been adopted, or you know what I'm saying, or I don't know. I don't know if that's what happened to California City Boys. To me, I don't know, because when I read the indictment, trust and believe, that's a whole different ball game. I start getting sick to my stomach. And like I said, this will be the last week that, yeah, unless there is some updates, and the police already said they're not going to talk about it. So there's going to be a whole bunch of people doing some assumptions and assuming and getting your blood pressure all high about something that ain't really so, and there's no way you can get the information to prove it's not true or something, but I'm just not gonna be into that. I'm just not gonna do it. I do want to go over this indictment. I do. It was brought to me. Let's go over it. I really want to go over it. So, because I don't think everybody's reading it or everybody can read it, because in some cases it's blurry, but we got it real clear what it says, word for word. And then some people is missing page 2. We got them all. So we're going to go over it tonight at 5. I'm not going to be trying to stay on there real long, so all the jibber jabber, I'm not going to show no commercials and all that stuff. We're going to get right into it, you guys, and I promise you. We come on, it's going to be like, we do have to do our little rules and regulations. We do have to do that because, we got to let people know, because people come in and then they act like they don't forgot or they don't know, and they go, oops, did I do something, you know what I'm saying? They already know. That's just part of their mannerism. You get what I'm saying? And then just somebody else come in, and then they sit there, he. It's really weird to me. Think about what I just said. He. Who are you really working for? Because what you're doing is not a godly thing. You think that's godly? They be like, girl, I don't care. You can catch these hands. You think that's godly? Come on now. We're adults. And this is why these things are happening to these kids. Because the adults want to be a kid, want to act childish, and they don't want to grow up and be responsible. They just want to act childish. And we got them. And then they always sit back and say, oh, that was a mistake. It really wasn't. Because, people can actually see you for what you are. My mom, was it my mother? It was an older woman. Told me something, you guys. She said, SP, when people be like, girl, I was just playing. She said, no, 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 no. When somebody tell you something, believe exactly what they just did. You know who they are. They letting you see. They let you see it real right up in front. There's no way they can hide it. Because guess what? They want to show you how smart they are. And they want to show how intelligent they are. Just because you don't say nothing about it doesn't mean you don't know. You know. They sit back and say, girl, Your face look all tore up. I'm just saying, girl, you say, what's wrong with my face? Girl, your makeup looking oh, ugly and everything. Where you get that from? And then you be like, what's wrong? Girl, I'm just playing with you. They not playing. Trust me, they not playing. I don't even let people say something to me and then be like, girl, I'm just playing. Because you know what? I'm really through. I'm not through. I'm through. I'm through with you. We gonna go back south. I'm through. Don't come over here playing with me. Just tell it like the TI is. You don't like my shoes? Just tell me you don't like my shoes. Don't be sitting there talking, girl, your shoes look like comeback boots. Girl, I'm just playing. Get the H out of here. We are adults. And this is why these things are happening to our children, our grandkids, our next door neighbor kids. And the first thing people be saying, they run right up against that law. And they be like, well, you didn't read me my rights. Well, you over here harassing me. And why are y'all saying my name? Because we can't understand why you're not looking for your child. We can't understand why you ain't out here helping. Oh, we really know. Because your mannerism shows love is an action word. It ain't what you say. Oh, we love Cody. Chief of police told you already. He can't answer no questions because the people that say that they love him is not talking. They're not talking. They're not looking. They're so busy moving Corey and hiding their face. Because one thing about social media is, guess what? It's so much scrutiny. We can see if you cry. We can see if it's fake. We can see it. So what you do, you make it where nobody can say your name, show your picture, you know. And I get it. She could be in a bad situation. But as bad of a situation, and this is what I'm telling everybody, and I feel for a person that lost their child, I really do. But I can't understand for the life of me why you're not out there and begging for somebody to help you find your child and leaving hope alive. You know what? You'll never get me to understand that. Never. You'll never get me to understand that if you love that child. I will be knocking on doors. I'll be kicking in windows. I'll be driving in people's yards. You'll see me on every news station. I'm crying and everything. You will see that. Just like Mrs. Day, Jelani's mother. That's how you will see me. Somebody help. Help me. She even know her child is gone. And she ain't stopped. And people be like, first thing they say, SP, you wrong. People grieve differently. Hurt is hurt. You feel me? You're going to either come out fighting or you're going to go down kicking when it's your kid. And ain't nobody said your kid was gone. It's been 33 days. And the family ain't out there looking. Oh, they're talking about us. You making it hard. The police didn't say nothing until just last week. They actually said their only interest was Corey. I knew that had to been a lie. Because the only way they can get to the others is through Corey. You know why? Because the kids, allegedly, supposed to be with Corey. Now, I kind of wonder sometimes, could the kids not never even made it? Well, some of them made it to Corey's. But what if the child never made it to Corey? And Corey is just taken up for that woman that he's so in love with. And that's why that sister is so mad. Because she's like, my brother is a big dummy. You big dummy. So when they asked her questions about the 31st, where was she at? She had a very good alibi. But that's not when the child probably came up missing or lost or K'd. Could have been a long time before then, which September, October. Anyway, you guys, we've been on here for a little while. I'm finna get on off. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to do all of that. I'm gonna get off of here and gotta help my husband pack because he's finna go out of town and leave me. This is our, well, unless he's in a hospital or something, we never really spent the, time away from each other. So I am going to have a little break and I'm going to enjoy it too. I'm a little sad, but I ain't all that sad. Trust and believe, I ain't all that sad. Sometimes, you know what? I was going down the street the other day and I was thinking about my husband. And then I turned around and I said, dang, do you know when you marry somebody, you tell the Lord, or you asking the Lord that you want to be with this person for the rest of your life. Do you really understood the assignment that you signed your John Doe on? Did you really know? Or John Hancock on? You told everybody in the world that you want to be with this person for the rest of your life. Man, marriage sometimes get old. I'm just saying. Golly. Think about it, you guys. You can't even keep a job for a whole lifetime. She said, I knew not what I was saying. You switch up jobs more than you switch up your drawers. But you going to be with this person. Kid, you really commit to that? I'm thinking I'm in the car. Now, trust and believe, there's nothing going on in my marriage. But I'm sitting in the car thinking, one person for the rest of your life. Oh my God. And you know what? You get tired of a job, you be like, I quit. Move on. Your cars, Katie, you switch up cars and everything, but you gonna be with this person for the rest of your, oh my God. Oh Lord. You can't look at no more ice cream and I mean you can look, but you just signed your life away for that person. Wow. That's a really big commitment that most of the time we can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? Or your partner can't handle it. So I don't, you know what? I used to think at one time, like on my first marriage, I was so mad at my husband. I can understand now. He probably said, forget this, I'm out. He's like, I want some strange, and and I like being married, but I don't know about all this. I mean, for the rest of my life, just you. Then you want to talk crazy to me, or you don't want to cook, or I don't want to come home today, and then you just like mama, or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is a big commitment, you guys. Oh, only thing I can just keep seeing in my head is Fred Sanford talking about you big dummy. I gotta get off of here, you guys. She said young and dumb. Tori didn't know me. Man, I tell you. So the ones that are single out there, enjoy your singleness because boy, 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 boy. Wow. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go grab me something to eat. I'll see you guys at 5 p.m. Central Time. Be good, be great, and be blessed, and be nice to each other. Bye.